So as you may have noticed, I've been doing chemistry-like things up here. I measured out 3 substances. The first one is methanol, and I measured out 110 milliliters of methanol. The second one, sodium hydroxide, and I weighed out 2.5 grams. And the last one is vegetable oil, and I measured out 250 milliliters, and I'm currently heating it to 135 degrees. The 3 products are all can all be bought at local stores. The sodium hydroxide can be bought at any hardware store. The methanol is just heat, which can be bought at Walmart, and it's a gasoline additive, and then vegetable oil. So the first thing we're going to do is add the sodium hydroxide into the methanol, and when that happens, it produces a organic compound that's toxic, but because we're using such small quantities, it won't affect our health, and as long as I don't inhale it like directly. So I'm going to put the cap on right away after I pour it in. Make sure the cap's secure, and then you're going to shake well until the sodium hydroxide's reacted with the methanol, and it's going to get a little warm because it's an exothermic reaction, which means heat's a product. If you're doing this in larger quantities, you want to make sure that you have good ventilation, or you're outside, or you have a hood. Okay, all the stuff's gone. So then we're going to add the oil into this container, and then we're going to add our new compound that we formed. And because we heated it up, it's hot, so just be careful. Now we're going to put the lid on of this container right away for the same reasons that we did with when we did the first reaction. And then when you shake well for about 5 minutes, and because it's so hot and volume staying the same or constant, then pressure increases. So you have to open the lid up every few seconds to start until it cools off. Since we don't have 5 minutes, Steph's going to take it back to the back room and continue shaking. Okay, so after we finish shaking, it has to sit overnight for 24 hours, and then the biodiesel rises to the top, and the glycerol, or the soap, which is the other product, goes to the bottom, as seen here, like a cooking show. I did it ahead. So this is the reaction that we actually did. We had the triglyceride, which was the oil, and the methanol, and then sodium hydroxide was the catalyst. So this reaction won't occur unless sodium hydroxide is present, but it won't happen unless methanol or the triglyceride is present either. And there are 2 products, and that's the biodiesel and the glycerol. Glycerol is just regular soap, like hand soap. And one thing to note is that there's R1, R2, and R3. They're just representing long carbon chains of other elements, and they're formed here. So, yeah. So then after this, We then pour off the biodiesel, and then we're left with the soap, like this. So this is the biodiesel and this is the soap. And then after that, we add warm distilled water and you slowly rock it back and forth, and that's called washing the biodiesel. And that's to make sure that there's no more soap and it gets it out, because the glycerol binds with the water. And then we let it sit again for 24 hours and the rest of the soap settles. And then you have clean biodiesel that can be used in a diesel engine.